Beera straight mwangamba ni abasiba. Bani.
Waliyo Hon.Allan Mpuuga, ne wabeerayo Hon.Allan Bwanika, waliyo Hon.Allan Nakabuye, waliyo Hon.Allan Kayemba Solo, waliyo ababaka abalala bangi naye
On my left, the Honorable Juliet Nakabuye, and other colleagues, Honorable Ebigambo. Of course, you are aware, like the whole world knows, that over the last couple of months, if not years, I have become his pet subject, and I believe a mention of his name, of my name, sends a cold down his spine for reasons I am yet to fully understand. But I had left him time and space to whine and complain and compose poems and songs about me, because I knew that his effort is a business. I believe he has done enough business out of me. I now want to address him and his ilk, so that the country can understand what we are dealing with. First of all, he made very particular reference to the terrible murder that took place in Nsamba from 2020 to 2021, and made reference to the fact that he is aware, was informed, that myself and the colleagues from Masaka were hurt. Of course, when I heard it, my mind skipped a bit. But I had a quick recollection of myself. And to the nation, I have this to say. First of all, I would like to extend my sympathies to the following categories of people. The families that lost their dear ones during that fracas. Families lost dear ones, children lost parents, others lost children, wives lost husbands, and husbands lost wives, and communities lost their home. I would like to further extend my sympathy, something I did several times in this parliament and in Masaka, I return again to extend my sympathies, because at the time when you're supposed to get justice, at the time when you're out to see leaders in the country stand with you to demand for justice for the killings that were visited to your dear ones, then emerges a joker to make it his meal. I want to extend my sympathies to you, that it was never our intention that these killings become a joke, and that some joking politician with no idea of your suffering is making a meal out of your suffering, for him to make political capital and leave another to have a meal with his family out of the suffering of your families. Please accept my sympathies from the bottom of my heart and from my colleagues here and Owek. Dr. Beshu had been with us here, but he had an emergency. He also extends his sympathies to his family. Secondly, I would like to extend in a special way sympathies to the family of our departed comrade, Hon.Allan Yeganye, just buried a few months ago, for what he went through in prison, suffering in hospital, where some people, again the same people led by Mr. Chagrin, saw him and his suffering as an opportunity to make political capital. Some visited him in hospital to make some money out of his sickness. Some took pictures while he's suffering on his bed in hospital to extend their political shell life. Little wonder then, as you recollect, while he was suffering and really fighting for his life, one of them took a document for him to sign in hospital. That's how callous these fellows are. So the family of Hon.Allan Sewanyana, please accept our sympathies. For your son suffered humiliation at the hands of the same people. The world recollects so well, the nation recollects so well that when he left prison, the same noise makers questioned how he left prison. I knew, and I know they wanted him dead, that they can occupy his seat. I'm pretty sure they're happy now that he's dead. That's why even at his send-off, they sent him, they buried him in humiliation. Hon.Allan Sewanyana, wherever you are, may the Lord rest you in eternity, aware that your tormentors have never rested. Those same people that questioned why you left prison, they even accused me of negotiating for your release. The same people questioned your death and they questioned your release at the same time. And then you wonder whether they use the same heads to say the same things. Apology and our sympathies for what you are going through, because for the last 4 years, somebody new who had taken your son to prison, who had imprisoned your son but never said it, and only waited for him to die to speak out. How interesting. So to Sewanya's family, Mr. Yeganye knew that myself and others are responsible for his imprisonment. But for a man who is transparent, who is open, never had the courage to speak out when Yeganye was alive, and now he's coming up to you in front of cameras, that can explain. Thirdly, I would like to sympathize with my brother, the Hon.Allan Sewanyana. We witnessed what he went through yesterday. He had a gun, would have shot Mr. Sewanyana, Hon.Allan Sewanyana. Without an iota of power, if he can behave in that manner, assuming he has some power in that. And what we saw yesterday is exactly what MP told me they went through when he was forcing them to sign documents. On gunpoint, almost. So, forcing the Hon.Allan Sewanyana to say things he doesn't, to insist on certain things, that he can also extend his political share life. Very pitiable. Hon.Allan Sewanyana, we understand your predicament. We are not angry with you. We can understand. You also fight for your political life. But probably what you need to understand is that there is life after parliament. Do not reduce yourself to a beggar. Don't reduce yourself to somebody without a brain. But I'm here to extend my sympathies to you as well for what you went through. Humiliation. That the dear leader can be happy for the afternoon. We understand your problems. Fourth, I want to sympathize with all change-seeking forces, all Ugandans of goodwill, who desire to see Uganda change. That unfortunately for me and you, what you saw is what we have. So it's up to you to go and check ourselves, between me and you, to check ourselves, aware that that's what we have for a potential leader. We are fighting to overcome the autocracy